We've seen it before, and we know how that works. You know, it's a sad day because everybody dislikes police until they need police. You know, oh, I hate the police. Anyway, somebody's in my garage at 3 in the morning. Who should I call? I think maybe I'll call the police. But we have to get as much information out to the public as we can, and we have to understand where we're at. That's all there is. All right, moving on, correspondence, where we go?
Doug, I got one.
Okay.
Please, people need to know, please don't throw your snow into our streets when you're cleaning your driveways. Especially when we already cleaned your road. The snow that you're gonna throw on the road after we cleaned and salted your road, the snow packs on the road as you're blowing it on the road. Therefore, that packed snow is gonna turn into a ball of ice that could cause an accident. I had somebody do it, and I stopped and asked him, sir, can you please stop throwing your snow into the road? He didn't hear me, and I spoke a little louder. He heard me, looked at me, waved me like this, and kept doing his job and kept blowing it into the road. So I called Skaggs and asked him to bring an officer over and asked this guy to please stop blowing his snow in the road because it can cause a problem. Anywho, if people know the reason, that's the reason why we don't blow snow into the yard, because it looks like snow when they go in the house, but it'll turn into a ball of ice, which is now a bump and somebody could wreck. I'm not asking you not to do it because I don't want your snow on the road, I'm asking you to do it because it's now a hazard. So we need to keep snow blowing into your yards and not into our roads, please.
Okay. All right, correspondence, where we go?
I just want to ask I have one thing for correspondence, but if we could take a look, I gave you the supplemental report for December. I was remiss and we did not put this on the agenda. I would like to request a motion to approve the supplemental changes for the month of December. You should have this in the packet. Motion? So those are reallocations, where I just moved some funds around in order to do payments.
The motion to approve the supplemental appropriations of December of 2024.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, Mr. York?
Yes.
Mr. Emery?
Yes.
Mr. Fee?
Yes.
Okay, the only other item for correspondence is you are cordially invited to reception to meet the new Trumbull County engineer, David D. Cristofaro, and his professional team on Thursday, January 30th. I'll pass this on for you guys to look at. If you're interested in that, it came into the mail today. And that's the only other correspondence I have for tonight.
Thursday, January 30th, something like that.
5 to 7,
Meet the team, by the way.
meet the team.
A gold level.
Come meet me and bring me a $1,500 check.
It's kind of like the Warren Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, that's it, that's out.
That's all I have for correspondence.
Okay. Now, look at old business. We still have an appeals board vacancy. Anybody here? I see Jim skated out for. Got his point.
He saw that.
Group health insurance renewal, GDK and Company out of Canton. Any updates on that?
Yeah, I have a meeting with our current broker on Friday at 1:30. And then we will move with the next one right after that. Most companies that have experience with will not quote any renewal until 90 days prior to the renewal. Our renewal is May 1st, so February 1st is that when they're gonna move. So we still have the rest of this month to get our T's crossed, the I's are dotted. I'm giving as much time to it as I can right now, but I retire the 31st of this month, and I will be devoting full time to getting that process going. What I don't want to do is just look at it this year and let's say, let's make a change or let's not make a change, and then have to turn around and do the same thing again next year. So we're going to go slow and get it done right, but we're on top of it. So we'll start that process Friday at 1:30. And he did say that, does this mean I'm out? I said, absolutely not. You got just as good a shot as anybody else. We're doing our due diligence to make sure that we're doing everything we can for the employees of the township and the people that live here and paying the tax dollars to get those dollars spent the best way we can. So, he understood? So,
So
that's it. Huh?
you are in control of farm fire now?
Yes. Yeah.
So it's
Okay?
ready for the employees to update?
Not yet.
Okay.
Friday.
All right. New business, I gave everybody here tonight a copy of building use agreements for this facility. I don't expect you to approve it tonight, but I think this pretty much mirrors Bristol's. There's some other paperwork I didn't bring copies of from Ocharma. We are in compliance with their requests. I reached out to Sherry Pepita, I haven't heard back from her. But I don't believe that there's gonna be any issues, because I'm pretty certain that's where this came from to start with. So, put the pricing on these rooms. The large room at $300 for a resident, $425 for non-residents. The smaller room at $150 and $250. Did I not give you one?
You were short a lot of documents.
In this, the conference room, which we're sitting in now, $50 a day for resident, $100 a day for non. Deposit fees, no alcohols, $50, alcohols, $200, and you must hire a police officer. So you're relying on Chief Skaggs to facilitate those things. Everything else is pretty straightforward. So I'm going to, then I think we're ready to go. Just start generating a few dollars out of here so we can get tables and stuff.
That sounds scary.
What?
That sounds scary.
That's what I'm trying to do, scare you.
Forced majeure.
I'm using some fancy words. Forced manure. Or manure.
My question would be, the deposit will be forfeited if they failure to clean the facility.
Correct.
And if there's no alcohol served, the deposit is $50. Can we get this place cleaned for $50?
Well, you don't charge that much.
I think you're getting out of bed for $50. So I'm just saying,
Seems very cheap.
yeah, that's gotta be enough to where someone's gonna say, we're cleaning this place up. And my 2 cents, I think if our deposit's $300, if the room rental's $300, the deposit's $300, and you'll get your money back when you clean it. Because you might get somebody in here to clean it the first time, they're not gonna keep doing it unless they're making money, so.
Well, I think if I rented the room and the deposit was $50 and I left it a mess, I look at $50 as a, I can keep my $50.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying, make it $300.
You want half the rental fee as a deposit? $300 a day, $150.
You know, I don't want to be thing, but some of the stuff on the whole day, like, some of
Yeah.
the day, we could do a morning thing and then do something in the evening. You know, you don't want someone tied to the room from 8 in the morning till midnight.
That's a good point.
I mean, you could,
Well-
two things in one, if you know, if you want to have something like a breakfast brunch, okay? And then, okay, well, I got a room booked, and someone calls and said, well, I want to come in at 3 o'clock. Well, I said, I really can't help you, you know what I mean?
Well,
You
here's
got a room
why,
booked for the whole day.
here's why that's done that way, as with Bristolville's the same way, because if you wanna have a brunch or a breakfast, that's great, you can take a morning spot, but if you wanna have a baby shower, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, how you gonna do that? You gonna rent morning and evening?
Well, some places only give you like 4 hours. Like, I think
And
Blank
then
Space does
the other
that.
concerns I have with trying to do double rentals in one day is that so you're gonna have a rental on Saturday, and who's gonna come down here Saturday to let people in, who's gonna come down here Saturday to clean it up? So if somebody has something from 10 in the morning until 1:30 in the afternoon, and the next guy wants it at 3, they don't have road department employees, who's gonna, I mean, really, who's gonna come? So, you see the issue?
Oh, I see the issue.
So when you try to break it down like that, somebody forfeits their $300, it's still, you don't have somebody to come clean this hall and get it ready for the next guy, so that's why this one's done that way. I mirrored that.
Well, you could have two things going on, one in the small room, one in the big room.
Good.
You could have 3 things going on at the same time.
Right, I'm just afraid, and so the conversations that we had about this is I'm afraid that if you try to split it morning and night, and you have 2 people who want to use the big room on a Saturday, one, I'll take that morning and I'll take the afternoon. So somebody wants to have, say, a wedding reception in there. So the morning doesn't get out of there until 2 o'clock. You're getting married at 3:30, who's gonna get your hall ready at, you know what I mean? I just, everybody, you guys can, if that's not satisfactory, we can change it, but I think we need to walk before we run. But that's my thought, and so, look it over,
Okay.
let me know what you wanna do, I mean, if we wanna break it that way, we can, however you wanna do it, yeah.
I'm Tom Jeffers, the One State Road. Have you had that many inquiries for
Yes.
plans for this place
Yeah.
that you think you might have to split it up? You ever think of like an Airbnb that you charge a cleaning fee, and you can maybe find a janitorial service and they'll give you a price?
Probably something that we're gonna look at. You know, we've had a lot of interest. People, I've taken 20 calls myself, I think Rick has, I know Rex has talked to people, and Jerry, I mean, I think anybody that's been associated with this has had questions, and how many people really will rent, don't know, I really don't know. I don't know what to expect. I know Bristol's stays busy, I know Warren Township's, the Johnson Community Center stays busy. You know, I talked to those guys over there about Johnson Community Center. They just had a problem with people had a party and just left. They left it all, and I think that cleanup was $100. And they trashed it, they left, and everybody lost their minds over there, and I asked them, are you gonna raise that? And they said no. And the question was why? And they said, because sometimes you look at somebody who wants to have an event and you're charging them $300 a day, and maybe they don't have $600. So they want to pay the $300 for the hall, and then you're gonna hit them another $300 on top of that. Now they need to come up with $600 to book your hall. Do you want to do that to your residents? I don't know. So I left it as Bristol's is. I don't know that Bristol's having a big problem with that up there, but not that I've heard of it. You know, I didn't talk too much to them anymore, but if you want to get your feet wet, then probably it's time to get your feet wet. Then we're gonna have to, I'm sure we're gonna have to make adjustments as we go. I think Tom's got a great idea. Maybe maybe we find some people wanna come in and clean it for a little bit, we just charge that and a cleaning fee and don't refund it. You know, I mean, we know what the rooms have to bring in. You clean it yourself, or we'll bring somebody in, it's $150, whatever that number is, and, you know, I can't rely on my road department to be down here cleaning this building, I can't rely on the police and fire departments, or Lori, Joan, Vanessa, or Jerry, myself. I mean, I don't have a problem coming in and helping, we did the Christmas open house, and I'll tell you what, that room was put back in order, thanks, you know, to people who were here and helped, and there was a bunch of them. But that room was put back quickly and very efficiently. So you saw what 25 people working together could accomplish. But I don't know that the general public looks at life that way either, you know, so.
That's true.
But we do have some interest in getting them rented out, so.
I guess the good thing about the cleanup part is that if you're running a small hall, you only have a key and you can only get in that room and the restrooms, and that's it. You can't go anywhere else. So if somebody's got to come in and do cleanup, it's limited to where they're doing cleanup, right? I mean, that was my understanding how we were going to key those rooms. So, you know, we're not renting out the whole building. You're going to rent out your space and that's it.
Yeah, the problem with the two bigger rooms is that you have what I call the catering room, or that back there. I don't know how we're gonna lock from that side to keep you from either one of those rooms. I really don't know. Sean, take a look at it and see. Other than that, I think we need a lock on this door. And then both the halls. So I agree. And the next thing is gonna be that somebody's gonna have to come down here on Saturdays and stuff to retrieve keys and make sure that the heat's shut down, air conditioning, you know, blah, 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 blah. So that's gonna be the next step, I think.
Bristol, has a keypad on their door that goes in Mickey's phone, and she'll send them, whoever rented it, a code to unlock the door for that day. So I don't know if you want to get a keypad, keep like something like that for the front door, and then one for that door and that door. That way somebody can do it remotely, they don't have to physically come here. Just saying what Bristol does, that's all. Just
Yeah,
an
because
idea.
there were several times when I was the chief in Bristol that somebody wasn't available or somebody forgot to let somebody in, and then they're calling me, hey, can you get up here real quick? I'm like, well, no, I can't, I'm not even in town. Oh, no, yeah.
There's a shot.
Well, yeah, then,
You'll call her.
You were here painting, right?
yes, yeah.
You'll even call her sometimes and say, hey, we need it early, and she'll,
Right, and that's what she did with us, and it's only good for, you know, that day, and
Yeah.
then it just resets.
I would probably use a combination lockbox, just put the key in it, give them the combination, they can open the box.
That's bad. Then you gotta change the combination every time.
Yeah, well, you gotta change the combination every time the other way.
But it's
It
electronic.
resets.
it resets itself.
Yeah. So say you're coming in to rent that building, I give you this code and I put it in my phone. It's only good for, you know, you can set it for 2 hours, 4 hours, 24 hours, and then that code doesn't work anymore.
It's just like a hotel.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
the beach house.
Beach house.
Yeah.
That is
Sounds
the-
great, but we would need multiple units.
3, yeah, one for the front, one for the big room, and one for that room.
You got double doors up front, so you need 4.
Why don't we quote it and see what it is?
Mm-hmm.
You get a quote and see what it is.
Baby step.
You come through the first door into the
Oh, you're right.
alcove, then
Yeah,
you're confronted with another locked door,
yeah.
and then you'd have them on both the rental rooms. So, you know, get some quotes, see, I mean, I don't care how we do it. We just gotta get it done, that's all, I think the sooner the better.
Yep, I agree.
Okay, that's all I got on that. Next, we would have TCEMA meeting, January 23rd, 2025, at the EMA office. That's Hickey's meeting, right? Yeah. I'd be happy to take that.
That's at 5 o'clock, I believe.
I do that one every year. January 23rd. Don't let me forget that. Can find I will. Yeah,
You can, yeah, you don't have to move it. What day is that? Let's make sure we don't book it up.
Which meeting is that? Is he having an open house?
Huh?
Is he having an open house?
Yeah, it's the advisory board.
It's always got good cookies there. Just saying. All right, what else we got? That's it. Next is public comments. Please state your name and address for the record before speaking, and keep the comments directed to the board. Anybody have anything to say? You got it.
Robin Emmerich, 446 April Park. I was wondering, Sean, when these fiber companies come down the road and they're trenching and backfilling, do those people have to have permits with the county, and if not, why not? An excavating contractor would have to have a permit.
On a county road, yes, on a township road, no.
Okay, that was my one question. And then I was just gonna ask about the possibility of maybe using voting precincts to split up for the cleanup, and possibly a way to split up your residents. It's just a thought, just throwing it out there, because, you know, we're all in different precincts here in the township, so.
And
just
I
something to
agree.
think about.
Those are good ideas, but I think we run into the same problem that we've run into. How do we judge where it's coming from? I mean, that's truly some of the problems that we've hit in the last couple of years is, you know, I won't say who, but I had somebody actually follow a large trailer full of crap down 422 into Trumbull County that came all the way from wherever it came from and wound up at our township cleanup.
Do you ask them for ID?
We do, but here's the problem. I live in Champion, right? But my brother lives in Mesopotamia.
Right.
So we go up to Mespo and get all his crap and we bring it down here and dump it on Champion. Hey, you're a resident? Yeah, here's my ID. Okay, what can I do? I can't, you know, we can't really judge where that came from. And I think that's some of our problem. I really do. But I don't believe for a second that what we collected last year at that cleanup day, that 100% of that came from Champion Town. There's no possible way. There's just no way.
No.
There's no possible way. Every house in this township that you drove by would have had a mountain of crap out in the front yard. It was that bad. So, but I don't know. We're going to have to think long and hard about how we're going to get this under control. Really, I don't want to kill a cleanup day. I really don't. I think it's beneficial for our community. I do. I think it keeps couches and old TVs out of the ditches alongside the road. Because even with the cleanup day, we still have that happen, but not at the extent that it used to. Okay. Debbie?
Couldn't you put restrictions on what you would accept? And if they come in with a bunch of crap, you tell them to take it right back home?
Well, yeah, we can. Here's how that goes, is you have, and we've done that. But what you wind up with is a trailer comes in and you've got 4 or 5 guys running around out back that are killing themselves trying to get this stuff unloaded. And, you know, you got people up front, traditionally been myself and Rex, Bill a little bit. I'm checking IDs and stuff, and you ask people, what do you got? And I got 2 TVs and an old microwave. Okay, you're gonna pull off to the right. Those TVs are gonna go over there. There'll be somebody back there grabbing the TVs and throwing them in a stack, and the microwave's over there. And that's it, because that's what the guy said he had, right? And then when you look back there and you see what's really going on, you know, he had so much crap in there that Lord only knows what it was. You know, and then I get Matt Mines coming up saying, what are you sending that guy back here for? He's got all this stuff. Well, what are we supposed to do? You know, by then, it's too late.
It's backed up.
So, and then you can't get them out. You know, that's the next problem. Now you got a traffic jam in the past. I don't know. There's got to be a better way. I mean, after what happened last year, like I said, as bad as we got beat up,
Maybe absolutely no trailers.
absolutely no trailers. That's,
That's a good idea. That's a
maybe,
very good idea.
maybe,
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe. I mean, these guys were coming in
No
with
trailer fulls. 'Cause they bring
Fought
a
after
truck
dump
full,
trailer.
The whole trailer full too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was quite a sight, wasn't it?
Oh,
And then there are people fighting. I mean, they're fighting out front. Like, I don't know what to do. You're like, well, what's going on now? And, you know, these guys over here are fighting, trying to call the police, they can't even get down there. It was terrible, terrible. We'll keep working on it.
I think you should charge them
What's that?
donations.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
Why not?
We could set up a little.
I'm not
We,
kidding.
we
Where are
can't,
you gonna dump that stuff for $20 or $10?
Right.
I mean, seriously, it makes some money. If they wanna get rid of it, they'll pay for it.
you charge them per tire and charge them per truckload. Maybe we make a little
Maybe.
money.
Why don't you pay money? What are you kidding?
We can't do it and continually absorb a deficit.
We cannot.
We don't charge a tax, we don't charge anything to do it, so that's the next step. We charge it.
Might not be a
You
bad
know,
idea.
I'm gonna be honest with you, just last year, rather than partake in the township, guess what? Stupid Rex, he got a roll-off. And paid for a roll-off and did it, and it's a lot more convenient for me. But we're not in the business as a township to take care of garbage.
Or not.
That's the bottom line.
We done with this subject?
Yeah, on to the next.
Tom Jeffers, 2043 State Road. I think you're wrong on your numbers. I think there's more ambulances go past my house than the Southington than you said today.
You see him.
When you hit Oak Hill, you turn the lights and sirens off. Okay, so that's the work. I came and talked to our fiscal officer earlier today, knew you had a meeting, wasn't sure when it was. I got some concerns, I know you have concerns with asking for this subject. I have concerns with costs. You have concerns with paying your officers, I understand that. I think what my problem was, I went through this when I had a reevaluation, that's how it was worded to me today, it wasn't a tax increase, it's a reevaluation of the property. And I called the auditor's office when it happened. I spent an hour and a half talking to our old treasurer before the elections. I went to TCTC, went on a tour before I voted. I went to the fire department before I voted. Talked to your part-time EMS for $13 an hour. It helped my